If you have work for me to do, I can do it.
You seem so familiar to me.
What do you do?
I am a writer, a doctor, a nuclear physicist, a theoretical philosopher. But above all, I am a man. Hopelessly inquisitive man, just like you.
In relation to this film, obviously there's a kind of elephant in the room that also has lawyers. When you deal with a cult and it's post-World War II, one name comes to mind, but I'm sure that you did not intend to do a documentary style feature film about Scientology. So can we deal with that word and then get rid of it? And then broaden that to...
Can we deal with the word?
Yeah, I don't know. You just did it perfectly. Good work.
Enough?
Yeah, you did it. Great.
Because there is a connection in general, but not in specifics. Is this what we're talking about?
Good. Okay.
So then, a better question would be, what is the impulse to deal with the idea of a cult, the development of a cult and what it means in a society, especially in particular after the upheavals of a war like World War II?
Well, I just want to tell you that I don't consider that we're dealing with a cult. Okay, and the area of the story after the war is like food and drink to me in terms of an opportunity for a lot of good stuff to tell a story. As we talked about before, there's like a mix of a tremendous amount of optimism, but a kind of incredibly large body count, behind you. And, how can you feel really great about being victorious and about something, but you with so much death around? And it kind of gets you to a spot where you've got to kind of figure out where all the body's going. And I guess that kind of creates situations where people want to talk about past lives. They want to talk about what happens after you die. And those kinds of ideas that, the master's sort of putting forward is that, time travel is possible, kind of accessing things that have happened to you in other lives are possible. And those are great ideas, I think. And they're hopeful ideas, and they're the kind of stuff that was fascinating to me to write the story around.
How do you think that resonates with the current political climate and specifically the election coming up? If you watched both national conventions that just happened, it had a very evangelical feel to it. And so there does seem to be like almost, it's just probably cool timing that it seems to strike a chord right now.
I'm more concerned, speaking of cult of personality, that the ratings were higher for Here Comes Honey Boo Boo than for either of the political conventions. So that's what I was told anyway. I could be wrong. So that makes me more concerned about where cult of personality is headed than any,
I was watching something on the internet that night
It's
because,
always dangerous.
Oh God, I don't know. I don't know. I couldn't watch them. Couldn't watch it. It feels like the same thing every time. Every 4 years, you expect that things gonna be different, but it all feels the same to me.
We're going to have to wrap it up there. I'll just ask you to please join me in thanking Joanne Seller, Amy Adams, and Paul Thomas Anderson.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for being in Toronto right now.